take care of some things that have been needed to be taken care of for quite some time now. Child support stuff, and you know, if everything goes according to plan, we're going to be looking pretty freaking good. But it all depends on what she wants to do. You know, it all depends on if she wants to play ball like she said that she's going to. So we'll see. But that's tomorrow, so we'll worry about that tomorrow. So today, gonna have some fun. Gonna hang out with the fam. Yeah. Moon looks really nice. I don't know if that's... There's some dot right below it. I don't know if it's a... It could be Venus. I don't know, man. I ain't got time to sit down and look at that shit. But the sky's beautiful. The sun's coming up-ish. Cresting the horizon, as it were. It's not... I guess it's dawn-ish. It's lighting up, but it's still, like... It hasn't had the crest of daylight hit us yet. The sky's blue. Stars are gone, and I'm driving through the middle of the desert. And I'm surprised. This is the thing that gets me. It's 2019, right? We can't. Oh my God. Can't get fucking reception a block away from my house or apartment. But in the middle of the desert, right there, it's a cell phone tower. Really? I mean, I'm thankful for it, do not get me wrong, but holy shit, man. You know, I've actually lost count how many times I've done this trip. I've driven from Las Vegas to California so many freaking times. I've driven from California to Seattle about 4 times. Back and forth, back and forth. I think about 4 times I made that trip. Like in total. Like the southwest up north. So I just passed Zizix. I'm not gonna stop for gas until I hit Barstow. That's the plan though. According to my trip calculator, I should be able to make it in a single tank, which I don't know, like I went on 3 different trip calculators, and all of them say that I should be spending about $120 in total on gas. That's for the round trip. Roughly 60 there, roughly 60 back. And it's just got me like wondering, like, really? Is it gonna be that low? I remember when I took the truck out, the Ranger, man, I used so much gas on that trip. And this actually gets worse mileage than that thing did. The Durango. 98 Durango. V8, man. Big fucking truck. I mean, it's a whole lot of truck, more so than for what I actually use it for. So I would like something with more miles per gallon, but I like SUVs. I like being able to put the seats down in the back, load her up, put my ladder and shit, which isn't... I have my 3-step ladder in the back. My 6-footer's on the porch. I need to, I'm still trying to get rid of shit. Like, that's the hard thing, is getting rid of tools, man. Like, I have a toolbox filled with miscellaneous junk that I don't even use. And you have no... That is so hard to, like, get rid of that shit. Like, getting rid of the shit that I absolutely positively do not use is the hardest. Like, there are some things I've gotten rid of, and a lot of it's, like, not even tools. It's just, like, fucking junk, dude. And it's nice having the toolbox, and I have stuff in it, so it's all consolidated in one location. It's all consolidated in one location, which is nice, but it's just like a hindrance, man. It's like that whole, like that box and everything in it, I just want it gone. probably got maybe an hour and a half of sleep last night. Like, I've actually fallen asleep. Rewatched episode 2 of Game of Thrones last night. And, wow, man. I don't know. This next episode's gonna be killer. You know, after rewatching it again, it's like the first 2 episodes were about people coming together and reinforcing what we're fighting for, blah, 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 blah. And especially last night, after watching last night's episode, even though some character arcs aren't completely complete, you know, narratively speaking, I think one of the messages that it sends Game of Thrones as a whole, not everyone's stories are going to be wrapped up nice and neat. Some people are just going to end up dying. And, you know, it made me think after watching the episode last night. I had a kill count of people that are most likely to die in my podcast. And I think in this episode, that list is going to grow. That list is definitely going to grow. I think a lot more of the supporting characters are going to be just gone. I still think that Tyrion, Daenerys, and Jon are going to live. If Tyrion dies, I'll be fucking surprised, man. Arya, I believe, is safe. Sansa could die, man. I wouldn't want her to. You know. But it's like the list I had of survivors, it just felt too long. So... it's like the more I talk, the more I yawn. Well, Lyanna Mormont, dead. Like a lot of the Vanguard, a lot of the people on the front lines, they're fucking dead. Grey Worm's gone. End of story. Grey Worm, hell, even Missandei. I can see Missandei, both Grey Worm and Missandei, just being gone. This is it for them. Because my theory is that what's going to kick off the battle, there might be a little scrimmage on the outside in the beginning, but before the dead come from the outside to the inside, it's going to be the dead will rise in the crypts, and that's from Daenerys in the trailer or the preview. She said the dead are already here. Dead that are inside the crypts. Varys, ooh, you know, it's like I don't want to say, oh, Varys will fucking, he's a good 70%. He's fucking gone. Be fucking tragic, which I think is in typical Game of Thrones fashion. Gilly and Little Sam. Both of them just gone. Sam will live, but you gotta give the motherfucker some heartache. It's like, yeah, the White Walkers finally got Craster's son, you know? Jorah's fucking dead. Jorah's probably my number 1 to die this next episode. I think if Jorah lives, man, I'll be surprised. But he's wrapped everything up. He's met with the leader of his house. Like, that's it. Like, Jorah's, you're going to no, I'm not going to LA. Why when people say California, they only think of fucking LA or San Francisco? No, why would I go to LA? That shithole. Going to fucking the Temecula area. Area, not actually Temecula. I'm going to try to avoid that. Well, I do have to go to Temecula Thursday night to see Endgame. I already got my tickets. So me and Mike are gonna go watch it. Oh shit, dude! Have you watched either of the podcasts? Have you listened to them? I haven't gotten around to getting them like an audio version of them up. My bad. But in my experience doing the podcast. Oh, no, have you seen either of them? I don't care if you've seen the last one or not. I'm just wondering if you've seen either of them. And if you have, what's your takeaway? What are some criticisms that you have? Good, bad, or indifferent? Ugh. Yeah, in my experience doing podcasts in the past, every avenue to upload it, like on Google Play, iTunes, and all that shit, costs money. And I'm trying to avoid that. Because that shit's pretty pricey. If I have an hour-long podcast, I know from... Well, I figured you're gone. If you haven't seen either episode, then don't worry about it. I'm not going to stress you on it. I was planning on pre-recording and pre-uploading before I left, but I'm headed back Friday, so I think Saturday, sometime on Saturday, I'll record and upload it for Sunday. I might just end up recording it on Sunday and uploading it Sunday. Like, I'll probably wake up early Sunday morning, come out to the truck, go to the park like I usually do, record the podcast nice and early, talk about my trip, some other bullshit, and upload it that way. I need to start writing a fucking list, because like every day there's like shit that I want to talk about. So I just usually stream about that shit, but I do want to go more in depth. It's so much easier to go more in depth on a podcast than it is on a stream. Because on a stream, you got to kind of keep up with the chat. And, if you're not paying attention to chat, you're not engaging with the audience that's trying to engage with you, then that's it. Well, yeah, I'm just going to do that. I'll record and everything when I get back. Because the last one I talked about headed out, and obviously now that's what I'm doing. But the last one, there's so much like dead time. Like, I do have shit to talk about, but it's like I need to start doing like show notes and shit like I did back when I worked in radio. And I actually, on every podcast I've done before, I had show notes. At least bullet points to kind of keep me on track. This time around, not so much. I would love to have guests on. Fuck. Oh, nice. Must be nice to be able to go on trips like that. Last time I was in Ireland was for a 5-hour layover. Didn't see anything outside of the airport. Fucking A, dude. Just drive, man. I just want to sleep. I just want to rest. Like, I want to get out and stretch. Like, let's see. Where am I? got another 100 miles. Been to Dublin back in 2006. This time I'm going to Northern. Oh, what's the purpose of the trip? Like, I don't even, like, what, you went to the UK last time, right? Like, just recently? And like, you gave no context for the reason why, so I'm, like, totally lost. Like, why did you even bother going? Was it for school? Was it some sort of, like, checking out different colleges in different countries? Because you're gonna... I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. Like... You're taking a page out of Mace's book way too literally. You opened up a Discord, but you don't really say much on it. I'm just too busy, man. Like, between work and everything else that I do. Like, that's why I just want to get this fucking book done. I want to get the book done, that way I can just make money off residuals, you know, like, that way I can just full-time work on a book, not have to do TaskRabbit and shit. You wanted to find a job in the UK, and you're not even, Joseph, I just now looked at your name. Never mind, dude, holy shit. Joseph. You know, I'm driving and I didn't even bother looking at your name. I'm so used to fucking Memba or Tom on YouTube. He's usually the one. Fuck, dude, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I had a person in mind. Jesus. I should have fucking paid closer attention to the fucking name on the chat instead. Yeah, man, dude. Fuck yeah, man. Get out of fucking what? Prague, right? Fucking elevate yourself, fucking see the world, you know, go do your thing. It's hard to. Well, what's the field? What industry? Stealing Prague. Oh my god. I mean, look. It'll tell you something, man. If all media that depicts Prague, it's like a fucking dystopian wasteland. Like, we're talking video games, movies, television. Like, even narratively in books, Prague is usually a shithole. That's got to tell you something for this current state of affairs. My fucking ladder's rattling in the back, driving me fucking crazy. Fucking god. Whatever, that'll happen.